Paint me in red because that's the color I run by. Redeeming ruby like the glory of a fettered soul, and a banner that doesn't beg forgiveness or surrender. I've always found that when I run, I feel empowered, I feel strengthened, I feel like no matter what I've done in a day, even if it was the worst day in the world, I accomplished something, and I can go on with that confidence, and I can meet the rest of my day with that confidence. Running has made me appreciate the simplest things in life, like water, food, a beautiful day, the weather. I've actually thought up some of my best poems while I'm running, so it definitely kicks in with my creative juices. It really just makes running, it's kind of a part of my soul in that sense. I've always been pretty good at cross country. I made it to state last year. I missed getting the top 10 by about a second, so I was pretty bummed about that. I wanted to come back with a vengeance this year. I had to end up starting track late this year. During this winter, I kind of came to the realization that a lot of my issues with eating and being really restrictive about it were symptoms of anorexia, and I basically didn't believe it because I thought, oh no, I'm doing so great this year with my season. I've gone to state, I've gone to regionals, I've gone to nationals for cross country. What I must be doing for my body is okay. But during the winter, I really packed on the mileage, and I thought I should be able to handle it because I've done this before. But because I was just not feeding my body enough for the mileage that I was doing, my body basically started to eat itself. I had almost no body fat. I was really underweight. I got it to about 94 pounds by the end of my season. There was just one day during winter where I basically broke down. I don't know if it was the cold or if I just basically lost all the will to do what I was trying to ask myself to do. And I actually ended up going on one of our infamous ice cream runs with one of my girls, a few of my girls, where we basically run from the high school to the local drugstore and get ice cream. And I'd never done this before, but I just needed a day to let loose. And it sounds ridiculous, but when I ate the ice cream, and I hadn't eaten ice cream for about a year, it just hit me that why am I denying myself this? Why am I doing this to my body? I do have a problem, and if I'm afraid of food this much, something's wrong with me and I need to work on it. And since then, I've worked with my coaches, with a therapist, my family. My team has been so supportive of me, it's crazy. But I've worked on getting over this fear of food and realizing as an athlete that I do need that fuel, and that there is no such thing as bodily perfection. I am back at practice now for track, and I will be going to the UC Davis and running track and cross country for them, so the future looks really bright.